again. I have been feeling a bit under the weather, but I decided to record this video either way because it's studying time. I'll try to keep it short. When I first started studying animation, I found a lot of people online saying that they learned how to animate by watching their favorite films frame by frame, and this is what I'll try to do here. I am really passionate about VFX or creature animation, as people like to call this specific style of animation. And in this video, I'd like to frame by frame and try to break down an amazing shot from Peter Jackson's King Kong, animated by James Bennett. You can find more about him in the description. In the future, I will probably do similar shots, but for now, let's dive in and learn from it.
I can't get rid of you. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at this amazing shot by James Bennett. Keep in mind that this is my first analysis of any video. I mean, I do this almost every day, but I never done it for a YouTube video where I draw over and speak and describe what I see. You can see how amazing this shot is because it has so good distribution of the weight in the poses, and it's so dynamic. The poses have always clear silhouette, they read well. But what amazes me mostly is the sense of physics and weight that they have on King Kong. All the animators in this movie are idols of mine, in a sense, because they a lot of them that I discovered them online, they were quite young guys that went there and learned so much by the likes of Atsushi Sato and Christian Rivers and so on. And I have so much to learn by all this. Okay, so we need to keep this short, so I won't keep you here. Let's see. First of all, let's go to this first frame where this is the main interest of the shot, because King Kong is slamming down on this car. I love this pose because it's so dynamic. You can see all the weight is distributed in this side. The rotation of the hip is that way, and the chest is posed perfectly, I would say, and we feel like him leaning this side, and the fist, if we frame by frame here, starts easing out, but then boom, speeds up. So if we track the spacing of it, we can see as it travels, boom, and then hits the floor and bounces back and is in this pose and slowly starts walking sideways. I love this. So dynamic, so powerful. Bam! But what I love most about this, and what I'm trying to incorporate now in my animation, is the relationship between body parts. So we see that after the fist hits the floor, the elbow is coming in right here. After the elbow is coming in, the shoulder is going up. So everything has like a domino effect. Then as the hand raises, shoulder first goes down. When the hand hits the floor, here the weight comes back to the shoulder, so it goes all the way up. And you can see the rotation of the chest here, again as he takes another step with his arms. So when this is here, the weight is on his left arm now. He starts taking this off, and you can see the shoulders coming down again. Starts beating his chest. Man, I love it. And let's not keep this too long, but this is so important. And you can see the little details of squashing the fingers as the weight goes on and spreading them a little bit right here. It's just incredible. And looking at the hips and legs now and the feet, it's all same principle. The body mechanics are amazing, really. So he rotates the hip here. All the weight is on this leg now as he's lifting this one. And I love how it's so polished. He rolls these toes out of the floor. He doesn't just you can see here in these frames. So his heel comes up first, and then he just moves the heel while the toes drag back. And here, you see the weight goes in this leg, and after the weight is in this leg, we see the rotation of the hip coming down this way again. I'm really bad at drawing arrows, as you can see. And he extends his foot. He extends his foot here. And then the hips rotate that way. As all of it comes up on this leg right here. And all the while he keeps very clear silhouette, and he does this small hop here, so gorilla-like, keeping the character. And here again, first the toes go down, then the heel, and he slays, or whatever you want to call this, the toes more. And then this iconic pose. I love it. Also here you can see the details of when he hits the ground, his arm is extended right here. Then the weight starts coming to the shoulders, and there's this small muscle simulations. You can see it more clear in this side, I think. And here it keeps fading, so this noise on the elbow. It's so good. If you haven't seen this movie, you need to, especially if you're into animation. Everything's everything is executed so well and choreographed so meticulously. I also want to talk about this because I found this very interesting. I think James here has animated the car as well, and the DG double inside it, which is I've never thought about it, but I think it's really awesome. And here, if you see it in this frame, you can see when the impact happens, everything squashes in the car, and it goes up from this side with huge, without any ease, out of this pose. And then it keeps gaining speed as it rotates up, and then here you ease in. And this is really important, especially for people who say that the bouncing ball isn't important, because these spacing details are all from the bouncing ball. And what I love most is the animation in the DG double here, especially when the car comes back down, because even though it's like, I wouldn't say it's simple, but it's just based on realism, which is the point of this shot, I think. You can see the, well, Andre Brody, or in this case this rig, is, you can see the spine is like, it uses a lot of the overlap on the body, so when it goes down, the car, then he, a few frames after, he feels the impact and he overlaps like this way. And as the car stops, he then settles back, keeping a lot of overlap on the head, and then boom, the head comes back. I think this is so interesting, and it's so detailed and polished. Well, I wish I can incorporate all this in my next creature shot, and hopefully I'll be mentored by someone who can see all this detail and tell me if I don't do it, because it's hard in your own work to see things like this. But now breaking this down, I think we'll learn so much. I mean, if someone is watching this, because I am learning so much. The body mechanics is the main key I get from this, and also the strong poses. So powerful. Maybe it's because it's Kong and I am intimidated by his size either way. But we need to, if you just look at the principles and the realism, the car here, for example, there is a squash here, down, squashes, everything is coming down, another bad arrow, and then it's back to the original size. Also the arcs and everything works so well, because, for example, let's look at the car. You can see that it has this, not my drawing, but this beautiful arc. Maybe I should draw this with the onion skin. It's so appealing. And even though he, of course, he is the main part of the shot, we still, in the movie, it was an important point that you see him. And I believe that James did an amazing job, and hopefully I'll get to meet him in real life and talk about animation at some point. But for now, I can just learn from his shot. I think this shot is amazing, incredible, awesome, and a lot of other adjectives I could use. Everything positive though. So if you like this quick analysis and talking about animation, like, subscribe, and please comment, tell me what you think about this shot. And please read the description and learn more about James, and through him you can find more animators, and go online and learn more about everyone who can inspire you, because this is just what I'm doing. Enjoy. Bye.